The Chola Empire was one of the most powerful and influential empires in South Indian history. It was founded in the 9th century CE and lasted for over 500 years, until the 13th century CE. The Cholas were great warriors, administrators, and patrons of art and architecture. Their legacy can still be seen in the many magnificent temples and sculptures that they built. The earliest datable references to the Cholas come from inscriptions dated to the 3rd century BCE. However, the Cholas were probably a much older dynasty, and their origins are still shrouded in mystery. The earliest Chola capital was Urayur, in the Kaveri River Delta. The Cholas are mentioned in Ashoka's edicts, which were inscribed in the 3rd century BCE. The edicts mention a Chola king named Karakala, who was a contemporary of Ashoka. The edicts also mention the Cholas as a powerful maritime power that traded with other parts of Asia. The Cholas are also mentioned in the Greco-Roman Periplus of the Erythraean Sea and in Ptolemy's geography. These texts mention the Cholas as a powerful maritime power that traded with other parts of Asia. The Periplus mentions the Cholas as being located in the Golden Chersonese, which is now known as the Malay Peninsula. Ptolemy's geography mentions the Cholas as being located on the Coromandel coast of India. The Chola Empire began to rise to prominence in the 9th century CE. The Cholas were able to expand their territory by defeating their rivals, the Pallavas. The Cholas were also able to build a strong navy, which allowed them to expand their trade and influence to other parts of Asia. The Chola Empire reached its peak of power under the reigns of Rajaraja Chola I and Rajendra Chola I. These two rulers were responsible for expanding the Chola Empire to its greatest extent, Rajaraja Chola. I was a brilliant strategist and a skilled military leader. He was also a great administrator, and he was able to consolidate the Chola Empire and make it more efficient. Rajaraja Chola's most famous military campaign was the conquest of Sri Lanka. In 993 CE, Rajaraja Chola led a large army to Sri Lanka and defeated the Sinhalese king Mahinda V. The Cholas annexed Sri Lanka and ruled it for over 100 years. After the death of Rajaraja Chola, one Rajendra Chola, I succeeded to throne. He was even more ambitious than his father, and he expanded the Chola Empire even further. Rajendra Chola conquered the Pandya kingdom in southern India, and he also invaded the Malay Peninsula and Southeast Asia. In 1025 CE, Rajendra Chola led a naval expedition to Srivijaya, a powerful Buddhist kingdom in Southeast Asia. The Cholas defeated the Srivijayans and captured their capital, Palembang. This victory made the Chola Empire the dominant power in Southeast Asia. The Srivijayans were able to recover from the Chola invasion, but they never regained their former power. The Chola-Srivijaya War was a major turning point in the history of Southeast Asia. It marked the end of Srivijaya's dominance and the rise of the Chola Empire as the leading power in the region. His navy made a stealth attack on the Srivijaya Empire, now in Sumatra, Indonesia, and raided its 14 ports. The attack on Srivijaya is now being interpreted as a geostrategic maneuver. While it is commonly believed that Rajendra I crossed the sea as part of his desire to push the boundaries of his empire further, new research by historian Tansen Sen suggests that the attack was a preemptive strike with a commercial motive, aimed at averting a trade war. The Chola Empire had a significant influence on the architecture of Southeast Asia. The Cholas were great patrons of art and architecture, and they built many magnificent temples and sculptures. These temples were built in a distinctive Chola style, which is characterized by its towering gopurams, gateway towers, elaborate sculptures, and intricate carvings. The Cholas also played a role in the spread of Hinduism to Southeast Asia. As they expanded their empire, they brought their religion with them. This led to the establishment of Hindu temples in many parts of Southeast Asia, and these temples helped to spread Chola architectural styles. The influence of Chola architecture in Southeast Asia can still be seen today. Many of the temples that were built in the Chola style are still standing, and they are a testament to the power and influence of the Chola Empire. The Chola Empire began to decline in the 12th century CE due to a number of factors, including internal rebellions, external invasions of the Pandyas, the Hoysalas, and the Delhi Sultanate all invaded the Chola Empire at different times, and changes in the global trade routes. The Chola Empire finally came to an end in 1279 CE. The last Chola emperor, Rajendra III, was defeated by the Pandyas. The Pandyas then ruled the Chola territory for a few years, before the Delhi Sultanate conquered it in 1311 CE. The end of the Chola Empire was a major event in South Indian history. It marked the end of one of the most powerful empires in the region, and it also led to a period of political instability in South India. However, the Chola legacy still lives on today. The many magnificent temples and sculptures that they built are a testament to their power and influence, and they continue to attract visitors from all over the world.